Welcome, YouTube friends and family, to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. Y'all, I'm going to try to speak up. I apologize in advance. Today is going to be a short video. Today is Wednesday, and I don't have a video for tomorrow. So I need to make some bread, and I thought, we're in the pantry challenge. Maybe a lot of you are trying to make your own homemade bread. So I have this book. Called the Bread Lovers Bread Machine Cookbook. And I have two gripes about the book, y'all. One is the print is in brown and not black, not good for these old eyes. And the second is the book is so fat that it's hard to keep it open. But I have to tell you, my son also has this book, and we kind of take turns, like making different breads and then sharing our thoughts. So this is a new one for me today. It is called Greek bread. And I think it should be things you mostly have on hand in your long-term pantry. You could certainly do this in a mixer with 2 rises and bake it in your oven. You don't have to use a bread machine. So let me tip you down here. This is the pan from my Zojirushi, and I'll link everything I can below. We're going to start with 1/3 cup water, and then you need evaporated milk. Hot cow's milk. It says you can use goat's milk, evaporated goat's milk. I'm not a fan of goat's milk to eat. Let's see if we could get a cup out here. Yeah, it looks like it. And if you're wondering, what am I going to do with the rest of this can? Y'all, it's great as a coffee creamer or a tea creamer. So anytime you're using a bread machine, you definitely want your liquids in the bottom or according to manufacturer's directions. Y'all, my apologies. I gotta blow my nose. Right. Hold up. Hands washed. So we have our liquids in the bottom. One of the things I like about this particular recipe is it says it has a slightly sweet taste. Not to substitute regular milk. It's sweet and rich. So, and it's just medium crust, basic programming. So I hope that helps you. So now we're going to add in our bread flour. And this particular recipe calls for 2 3/4 cup. So as I've shared before, it really does help for accuracy when you're making bread if you either weigh your flour or spoon it into the cup. I'm going to spoon it in. And y'all, I'll share a little update with you about my illness. Because guys, trust me, I am not a baby. I've had more than I really appreciate having. So there's 1 cup. 2 cups. And I actually have, yes, a 3/4 cup. Getting to the bottom of my bread flour. Okay, so that's 2 3/4 cups of bread flour. Now to this, we are going to add a 1/4 cup of whole wheat or some type of sprouted grain flour. And I have einkorn here, so that's what I'm going to use. And just a 1/4 cup here. You could also use spelt if you don't have whole wheat. Now we need 1 1/4 tablespoons of white sesame seeds, and I'm sure you could use black, same as white. I had purchased these in bulk from Azure. Woo! Man, that went everywhere, guys. Clean up. 1 1/4 tablespoons. I'm just going to guesstimate that. Sometimes you got a shortcut. And then you want a tablespoon of gluten. So even though bread flour is a high gluten flour, you do want in a bread machine in these particular recipes, they will not rise unless you have your gluten. They will not rise well. Let me amend that. See, I missed a little dibble of milk. Okay. Now we need 2 teaspoons or half a tablespoon of sugar. So that's going to give it that little sweetness. And a teaspoon and a half of salt, which I'm going to use sea salt. And I highly recommend that you don't pour it all over the counter, that you put it in the corners of your bread machine so it's not laying right on your yeast. That's how my bread machine instructs you to do. Sometimes, salt can interact, so to speak, with the yeast. And then you need 2 teaspoons of SAF. Those are sesame seeds, Kim. Or 2.5 of bread machine yeast. So I'm just going to use the SAF. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the machine here, or of the pan. Can you tell I'm not myself, y'all? Okay, into the bread machine we go. And push start. So I will have a fresh loaf of bread about 9:15 this morning. So let me read up this mess. I'm going to give you just a quick update. What's ahead? I apologize, y'all. I just don't feel well enough to do certain things today. So stay tuned. All right, kitchen mess is cleaned up. And I just wanted to drop off a couple things here before we do our bread tasting in a few hours. First, y'all may be wondering what on earth is wrong with me. I was feeling better on Sunday morning. By Sunday afternoon, I got a secondary infection. I think I have strep throat. So that's what's been going on with me. I have not really been able to eat. I haven't felt like doing anything. So I apologize to all of y'all. And when I'm back, I'm back. My original plan was to do one Bath and Body project and one sewing project. Guys, I'm just not up to it, and I'm not going to bring you a subpar video. Everyone can use a bread recipe if you're thus inclined to make homemade bread, right? So I'm hoping that I can eat today. I was laughing because one of my goals is to lose weight this year. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I've lost weight because I can't, the blisters are so raw, I can't stand to swallow food. I can drink liquids, but this is not what I had in mind. But anyway, I'm sure I will come through this no problem. I do have all my antibiotics from Jace Medical. Think I'll do a little research and figure out which one is optimum for strep throat because I am allergic to penicillin. Another project that I've been working on, y'all, is trying to learn as much as I can about home ground flour. So utilizing the whole grains from Azure to make a tasty bread. The first bread I did that way was the Ezekiel bread, and I have to tell you guys, I was not a fan of how it came out. It was so dense. So I'm learning all I can, and I will be bringing you some home ground flour recipes as well. I hope your pantry challenge is going well. And y'all, I may not have much of a summary for this week because I haven't really eaten much this week. So I tried homemade vegetable soup, and the acidity from the tomatoes, it just about killed my throat. So anyway, bread is always good. So I'm going to try some bread and scrambled eggs this morning, see if I can actually have a meal, because I've done nothing but just kind of pick at food since Sunday. So anyway, I will see you in a few hours with some fresh homemade bread. Believe it or not, I can taste. I'm not sure how, but I can taste. So I'll give you my honest opinion of the Greek bread. I just thought it would be a nice pantry staple type bread, does not require oil or butter or eggs. So it's going to be a little bit different. All right, y'all, I'll see you shortly. Well, our beautiful Greek bread is finished. Quite a lovely crumb, nice browning. And I'm going to try a little bite here. And y'all, I'm having trouble swallowing, so um, I'll just take a small bite. Mm. Mm. Ooh, guys, that is good. It definitely has a milky kind of taste to it. A little sweet, but not overly sweet. Not like a sweet bread. Sweetness from the milk. So I think this is a definite winner. My plan as of today, because I did start on some antibiotics for my strep throat, is to have a video up for Thursday or for Saturday that will be a little more exciting than today's. Again, I apologize, guys. I'm surprised I could even get a video up. But I'm going to go enjoy my bread because I haven't eaten very much in the last few days. And in the meantime, go ahead and smash that like button. Drop me a comment below. What do you think of trying this Greek bread? I will see you again on Saturday, Lord willing. And until then, be healthy, be well, be blessed. Take care.